What's up, people? This is Sergey FX Diver, or Sergio Jaglori. I'm trying to do a little recording with my GoPro and see how this works out. Anyway, I thought I'd do a video for people, to get to know me better. And I have a few, I think I have a video on my YouTube channel that actually explains me how I got here. By the way, look where I am. So I am here actually waiting in the supermarket. My wife is inside, and you can see the beautiful view of the Japanese Alps here, which is awesome. But of course you can also see that in my video. So I do post a lot of lifestyle things because I want my audience, my clients, my partners to know who is the man behind Digital Global Nomads. I want you to know that I'm a real person and that I have a real life and a real family, and of course the lifestyle, because that's actually why everybody's gonna do it. Obviously for me, freedom, true freedom and financial independence. I mean, actually financial independence creates true freedom, and for me, true freedom means to go wherever you want, to take a holiday whenever you want, to travel whenever you want, but even further, to live wherever you want, right? Because for me, I'm a Belgian resident, Belgian citizen, born and raised in Belgium, and till 2012, I basically stayed in Belgium. In 2012, I really decided to break loose of society in Belgium. I tried so many things. I mean, I tried a few jobs here and there, in construction, in sales, in a lot of sales, obviously. But quit school when I was 17. So I did a lot of partying. Had a first successful sales job when I was 18. After that, basically, I think I never worked more than 2 to 3 months per year, right? Just make some money and then party and enjoy my life. But it was not until 23 or 25 or even 28 that I started to calm down a little bit. It was really like 10 years of serious party. That's what we Belgians are known for too, by the way. But then I kind of started, really 28, I really started to look for a way out, because it was pretty clear that I'm never, the job was not for me, right? There was no company that can keep me. And at 23, 25, I really started to be an entrepreneur. I started, to sell insurance on my own, started to sell LED screens on my own, so I tried to get it like a concrete flooring construction company. We did also other renovation company, concrete drilling company. I mean, we tried so many things. TL lights company, solar lights company. I mean, we tried so many things that never really, electric cable company. I mean, so many things that we tried. It was crazy. But nothing really worked for me, and there must have been a reason, right? So in 2012, I really, just like thought, fuck it all, and I'm just gonna risk. Even I already had my own house or my own apartment, with a very nice, living above my sister. She was living downstairs. We both had our own house, our own apartment, nice car, nice future, but it was just not for me. And I decided to break loose of society and of everything. And 2012 was actually the year that I decided to go to Thailand, right? For basically what should have been like a spiritual trip. Yeah, 2 years in Thailand. Still did a lot of partying, of course. Tried to have my own little kebab business. Started to do some diving, but I'm not really teacher I may be a mentor, but or an inspiration, but I'm really not like a dive teacher or instructor. You know, it's too boring for me, and I just can't handle that kind of routine. So instructor was not for me. A little kebab business was not enough for me. I lived on an island in Koh Tao for 1 year. After that, I went to Pattaya, start my own wine distribution. So like a new brand of champagne, Italian Prosecco. That didn't really work out. After 2 years, my money ran out, my options ran out. There was a military coup in Bangkok or in Thailand. So I came back to Belgium to regroup, right? So basically first try kind of failed. And then 10 months in Belgium, I just kept studying. I did a lot of trading. I started to do some internet marketing, did binary options, did Forex trading, lost a lot of money there. So it was still not really working out, right? But I just kept trying and going, and I really wanted to be an entrepreneur, and just, you know, at any cost. And I just kept putting in all the money that I had for my big goal, which was at that time Forex trading, right? And basically that's what I was still doing. I did make a few $1,000s here and there, you know, sometimes even 10, 16, $30,000, but I kind of blow it all the time. I just, in the end, I would just blow it again. Then actually in that time, after 10 months in Belgium, my friend Karim came to look me up in Belgium, and he actually talked to me about Philippines, right? Because we were together in Thailand doing diving, always talk about the future and business. Then basically he told me, hey, you know what, I moved to Philippines now, started a dive shop there, you know, you should come there, just see what's up. And then I started to do that. I kind of decided I did that, right? At that time, my sister, she died because of an aneurysm, so obviously that was pretty tough. And yeah, I always told her, look, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna realize my dream. I'm gonna bring you with me, sis. You know, she was not happy in Belgium either, but I don't think she would ever left, you know, because of my mom. But anyway, so I decided to try again and start a new life in Philippines. While I was Forex trading, I started a Thai restaurant on the beach, which was, you know, I put a lot of effort and money in that. It was really nice, but it just somehow just, you know, barely made rent, and a lot of times in the low season it didn't make rent, and I had to put up like $700-800 a month into that place. But hey, I had my own Thai restaurant on an island, so I was king, right? I was king. I had a little house on the hill, on the beach, with sea view, so I was king, right? I was king. Even I basically was still living off $1,500 a month, you know. But obviously, I mean, I did make back my money then in Forex. I made a few $1,000s here and there, and in the end, I think I kind of made back my 20-30K that I blew, or whatever. Maybe I blew more, but at least, you know, for me that was like, hey, you know what? I think I kind of break even here. I think it's time for a pause, and in that pause, I decided to start an Amazon store. So here we are, right? In 2015, I went back to Philippines for a second try after the 2012 try. And after 2 years in Philippines, I think that was 2017. Yeah, after 2 years in Philippines, 2017, I started my own Amazon store. And it kind of hit off immediately, you know. I basically bought a course from Vince, you know. That's why I said, I mean, it's not like Vince is my mentor, like he taught me everything, but he's my biggest inspiration, and that's basically what it is. Obviously, I figured it out on my own. I just bought his course, you know, the basics, and just took it from there, right? And then just started to hire my own VAs, get my own team for my own store, handle a friend's store. And then, yeah, before I know it, I was handling 20 stores, right? And 50 stores. So And yeah, I did it at start for 5K, and then for 8K, and then for 10K, and then for 12, and then for, you know, like, so it just took off. It took off there, and before I knew it, I had 100 VAs, right, and managing like 50 stores. So that was Amazon. And so yeah, basically that's where my life really took off, right? Basically, let's say 2001 or 2 years after I started my own Amazon store. So that's basically like 2019, I really came to a point like that I was making more than $20,000 a month. And then, you know, I basically said to myself, you know what, you could basically do whatever the fuck you want, all right? You can live wherever you want, you can travel wherever you want, whenever you want, you know. Just work a few hours a day on your business, talk to your managers, control your team, you know, set your vision, steer your vision, and basically, yeah, work on the future. So that's basically what brought me here today. And today we're 2021. 2020 was my best year ever, and I've been living in Japan, you know, since Christmas 2019. So that's really the ultimate dream, and that's basically what you can achieve in this life by following your dreams, right? And by just persisting and having a vision and just believing in yourself that you can do it and you can do whatever you want, right? Now, obviously, it's not that simple. Trust me, I have failed 1,000 times. And I know it's cliche, but it's really true. And a lot of people just can't handle that. You know, they can't handle losing everything 100 times. They can't handle failing 1,000 times. They just can't handle that. You know, you really gotta have the mindset for that. And basically, I just kept risking it all. You know, all the money that I made, I just kept putting in personal stores too, putting in other projects, putting, you know, just working with credit, paying off my credit. Even my store, you know, sometimes an Amazon store got suspended or my money was held. I still had to pay off, you know. If you have 100, 200K store, that means your credit cards bills are gonna be 100K at least, right? 100, 200K. So it happened more than once to me that Amazon was holding $130,000 or $165,000, and that I had to pay a credit card bill of $91,000, or I had to pay my team $50,000. You know, it happened to me more than once that I had to just borrow money from my mom or borrow money from someone, you know, just to pay my teams or to pay off my credit card debt. You know, it happened to me more than once, and so the road is just not in the start. You're gonna have to go all in for a few years, you know, until you really get to a level that you can take a hit. And maybe sometimes you can lose 10, 20, 30 or 50K, and it still won't bother you, you know, because you built that up. You know, you build up that that buffer, you know, so you can take a hit. But trust me, in the first years, yeah, it's tough, and you gotta risk it all. I mean, I don't say you have to risk it all. You obviously can, you know, grow a little slower and step by step. But yeah, I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of risk involved if you want to grow fast. If you don't have the capital to cover your credit, right? Now, however, you can also grow slow and take it easy, right? So for example, if you have a personal store, now this is my journey, right? Like I said, I went all in, and in 2 to 3 years I basically reached financial independence, and I can do whatever I want. I mean, I'm not a millionaire yet, right? But or I don't have $1 million in the bank. Maybe everything together in assets and everything, maybe I do, but I'm just saying, you know, I achieved this in like 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and obviously we're gonna scale it from here. But I'm just saying, if you want to do that, that's kind of the aggressive approach, right? And that's I have like two Amazon stores, I have two Walmart stores, I have the automation business, I also have a lot of other business like restaurant, dive shop, I have another business, I have a lot of real estate lands that I bought, you know. So there's obviously it's a big thing, a big network that I build up here. But for the people, for my clients, I would say take it slow, you know, especially if you have a new Amazon store or a new Walmart account. The first 3 months, take it a little slow. Don't max out your credit. Go at 50-60% of your available credit. Make sure you have a little buffer, you know, 10, 20, 30K to cover any unforeseen circumstances, that at least you can, like, you know, pay off the interest on your credit card, or that you can pay your team, or you can pay me, right? So you just need a little buffer, right? Or maybe if you want to create another store or whatever, right? You need a few $1,000s on the side. If you don't have that, definitely don't max out your credit. Basically with Amazon or Walmart, that's the same thing. After 3 months, you can start scaling, because after 3 months you also already built up a sales history, and you can basically also apply for higher credit, or you can apply for payability or InstaPay, right? And they actually have a daily advanced funding, so they will basically advance 50 to 70% of your daily sales into your bank account, so you can immediately use that to process more orders, right? Instead of waiting for Walmart or Amazon to pay you out every 2 weeks, and by the time it hits your bank accounts, maybe already 3 weeks, and then pay off your credit card, right? So these daily funding options make you scale more faster, right? Obviously you need 20-30K to start, at least minimum, and then it is very possible to make back your investment within 6 months. But every store is different, every client is different, all our paths and our journeys are different, right? There are so many variables, and usually it takes around 6 months to build up an Amazon or Walmart account, and obviously you need to 20-30K to get in on 50 or 40%, and by aside that you need at least minimum $20,000 or $30,000 in credit, right? And then obviously after 3 to 6 months our daily funding can take over, and that's how you can scale, right? So yeah, that's basically it. There are, of course, other ways. You can get an American Amex Plus Plum card, even if you start off with 10-20K. If you pay back early and on time and everything goes well, then you can also, within 6 months, 6 to 12 months, you could have 50 to 100K in credit there, right? And credit is free, right? As long as you pay off your credit card in time, that's free. Right, so yeah, that's basically my journey, how I got here, and I know this is a long video, but I just want to put it out there for people that want to get to know the person behind Digital Global Nomads. So just please follow me on my YouTube channel, follow me on my Facebook, you know, and yeah, just get in touch with me or my team if you want to join our automation journey. So obviously we still do arbitrage, retail arbitrage, drop shipping for Amazon and Walmart, but we are now going to also add private label and FBA wholesale or WFS wholesale services, right? This is to protect our accounts, but this is also to diversify, and this is basically to prepare for the future and to make sure that the future is good, right? And to bring up those margins. All right, so I'm happy to work with everyone here, and yeah, stay in touch and get in touch, contact me, or